was somebody had you and the cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Mine. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving. Oh, I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. I'm giving you a chance, you see boy. The devil in a glance, boy. The devil in a glance, I can knock you out your pants, boy. Knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house.
I got a baby baby girl inside this house, and right now she's sound asleep. So it's probably best for the both of us if you just turn around and leave. Cause if you come in this fucking house, then you too gonna go to sleep. I promise you, boy, don't play with me. I pray to God my soul to keep. Especially this day and age, gotta handle shit our own way. With a 30-30 horse 12 gauge behind this door, you're hella weight. My old lady, she rides too, picking up every shell case, mopping up these blood stains, but she ain't seen a damn thing. Most of my people are convicts, hard-headed, no nonsense. So please approach with caution. You never know who's watching. You never know what's on the other side of that front door, and you knocking. Might step out like motherfuckers get to dropping. All the neighbors heard was the dogs bark, and the sun was down, it was getting dark. And I told the sheriff it ain't no problems, man, I was just taking out the garbage. So if you don't mind, please excuse me, I'm with the family trying to watch a movie. I'm sure you got better things to do, so I'll let you go and get back to doing.
Coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. From here, then you won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV here on this Monday evening as we get set for round number 7 of the 2022 SimBlacks New Zealand Midget Championship. The National Midget Championship brought to you by New Zealand Sim Racing, Speed Nation, and so it seems Custom Upholstery. Here tonight we come to the Bristol Motor Speedway for round number 7. And after last week, yeah, sorry, I was just muting something. After last week, the points, Harry Stewart is still your points leader, but by just 16 points. Of course, Alec Inslee was able to claw back some of the points in the championships. Heat racing action getting set to roll off here. So it's Harry Stewart, Alec Inslee. There's a change for 3, 4, and 5. Last week, Darcy Wilson was third. Remember, he missed out on the feature. He finished in the D main, I think it was. He now drops outside the top 5. So that moves Dylan Cook, Matthew Johnston, and Graham Smythe to move into your top 5 with the series. We are just going to change one thing. So bear with me. There we go, done and dusted. We'll take a look at the qualifying results on hand. And it was Joel Berkeley to go quick time here tonight. We'll see 5 heat races on the program. Harry Stewart, Braith Carlin, Rylan Gray, and Darcy Wilson make up the top 5. Alec Inslee, Joshua Walton, Blake Walsh, Justin Stolls, and James McDonald will be your 10 drivers. We get set for heat race number 1. The car's already rolling around the racetrack, and it's going to be Joel Berkeley on the pole position to the outside. Alec Inslee from position number 2. Position number 3, Bryce Lucius and Mitchell Piskalik at a position number 4. Jack Nairn at a position number 5, and Jordan McDonnell from position number 6. Position number 7, Mitchell Sparrett. He's outside Darren Stark at a position number 8. Jack Gromwald at a position number 9. Max Donnelly at a position number 10. Ryan Wood from position number 11. And Stefan Adams from your 12th starting position. I don't know how I feel about that camera angle. Bristol. Really don't know how it's going to be. Oh, let's have to... we'll have to wait and find out how it goes here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. The pace truck getting set to pull to the bottom of the racetrack. We'll get set for the first heat race of the night. Round number 7 of the 2022 SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship here at Bristol. It's Berkeley and Inslee, top 2 to the main event, top 2 to the dash, and we go green with Alec Inslee getting a good jump over Joel Berkeley. Jordan McDonnell has quickly made his way up to position number 3 as you watch Berkeley the 9 machine just behind him, the 34 machine of McDonnell. Here comes Mitchell Piskalik. He got around Bryce Lucius for that 4th spot on the racetrack. First lap is complete, and Alec Inslee leads the way from Berkeley. Again, you're watching Jordan McDonnell. If he finishes 3rd, or whoever finishes 3rd for that matter, will start on pole of the B main. We'll take the top 6 from the EDC mains, and then top 14 from the B main. It's still Inslee to lead the way from Berkeley as we work down into turn number 3 on lap number 3. It's the 2 machine of Alec Inslee coming into tonight. Like I said earlier on, 2nd in the point standings. He's already picked up, I'm pretty sure it's 2 wins. Yes, 2 wins in the 6 races. But he's also had 4 top 5 finishes. And of course, 2 of those top 5s courtesy coming from those wins. 4 laps in the books. We've got 4 laps left to run. McDonnell, now here comes Piskalik, and Lucius looks down to the inside. Look out, here comes Piskalik back onto the racetrack. And now here comes Lucius in the 32 to the outside on Piskalik in the 91, or the 191 machine. Berkeley trying to close in on your race leader, your battle. Right now, 4 positions, 4, 5, and 6. Bryce Lucius, Mitchell Piskalik, and Jack Nairn. All fighting for better starting spots in the preliminary mains. Inslee with just a couple of laps left to run. Berkeley closes in. He's looking a little faster right now, but I gotta say, Inslee, he may just have enough. Here comes Berkeley down to the apron. He'll slide up in front of Alec Inslee. And that may be a chance gone begging for Berkeley. No, and as I say that, Berkeley's got a massive run down into turn number 1. He'll slide up in front of the 2 machine. Inslee turns it back underneath, and they work down the back straight away for the final time. Heat race number 1. Inslee on the top, Berkeley on the bottom, and Inslee going to go around the outside. Alec Inslee going to win heat race number 1. Berkeley will come home 2nd. 3rd is going to be Jordan McDonnell. 4th is Bryce Lucius. Jack Nairn rounds out the top 5. Mitchell Piskalik home in 6th. Darren Stark, Jack Groenwald, Stefan Adams, Mitchell Sparrow, Ryan Wood, and Max Donnelly to make up the drivers in heat race number 1. We'll see if there are any post-race penalties. Looks like no at this stage. In fact, Jack Nairn, I believe, may have gotten a post-race penalty. So Inslee and Berkeley to the pole shuffle. Well, sorry, to the dash, and they'll also lock themselves into the main event, the 35-lap main event later on this evening for the likes of McDonnell, Lucius, Piskalik, Stark, Groenwald, Adams, Sparrow, Wood, Nairn, and Donnelly. We'll see those drivers in B, C, D, and a D main here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Heat race number 2 will line up like this, and starting on the pole position is your two-time and defending New Zealand Sim Racing National Midget Championship champion, I should say. He's also your points leader after 6 weeks. It is the 11 machine of Harry Stewart. To the outside, it's the 81 of Joshua Walton, position number 2. Aston Rodriguez lines up at a position number 3. Matthew Johnston, who comes into tonight 4th in the point standings, will roll off from the 4th starting position. Nathan Kane will start from position number 5, and Caden Barker will start from position number 6. Mark Horton at a position number 7. Marco Giltrap at a position number 8. And you go back to Hayden Vickers from position number 9. Brock Gilchrist from position number 10. Position number 11, Dion de Graaf, and Kevin West lines up out of position number 12. As that is your Cars and Stars for heat race number 2. Hello, Platty. Hello. We doing some racing after this? Surely. Feeling rallycross, but I mean, I'll race anything. Here we go, heat number 2. Here at Bristol, the 2022 SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship, brought to you by New Zealand Sim Racing, Speed Nation, and So It Seems Custom Upholstery. Green flag is out, heat number 2. We're underway with Stewart and Walton. Walton, oh look out, Walton, going to go hard into the concrete wall. Caden Barker now gets to the outside of Aston Rodriguez. They battle side by side for the final transfer position. It's going to be Caden Barker in the 44 machine. Look at Marco Giltrap. Both Barker and Giltrap running in 2nd and 4th position. They're up +4 spots. Then you go back a little further. Brock Gilchrist in that Team Billabong number 10 machine. He's +4 positions as well. Dion de Graaf +3. From the back row up to position number 8. There was a side-by-side battle there between Mark Horton and Dion de Graaf. But now in comes Hayden Vickers trying to go to the outside on Dion de Graaf, but de Graaf holds on to position number 8. Here goes Vickers down to the inside with a big slide job down into turn number 3 and 4. And de Graaf says, well, I'll have a piece of that rear nerf bar, thank you very much. Now, meanwhile, we go back up towards the top 5 drivers. Here is Nathan Kane, Marco Giltrap, Kane down to the inside of the 78 machine. Rodriguez, you see, just had a peek at a good old sneaky Pete up on the inside of Caden Barker. Couldn't complete the pass. There's Mark Horton in car number 86, just outside the top 5 at the moment. Meanwhile, Stewart, he's got to help the advantage. 0.6 of a second over Caden Barker in car number 44. You won't miss that car on the racetrack. There's Rodriguez back there in position number 3. 2 laps left to run here in heat number 2 of 5 for Harry Stewart. Just having a nice, I'd say Sunday night drive at the moment, but it is Monday. So nice Monday afternoon cruise here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway. White flag is out for Harry Stewart. Caden Barker, Aston Rodriguez, that's your top 3. Here comes Rodriguez down to the inside, down into turn number 1. He'll clear Caden Barker, and Barker works it back down to the low side of the racetrack. He'll cover that slider into turn number 3 and 4. It won't matter because Harry Stewart going to win. Second will go to Caden Barker. Aston Rodriguez home in 3rd. And you'll see Marco Giltrap with Nathan Kane rounding out your top 5. Mark Horton. I was going to say Dion de Graaf, but we're going to have a look at your official results for heat number 2, and it will line up. They will finish like this: Harry Stewart, Caden Barker transferring to the dash. Rodriguez, Giltrap, they'll go to the consolation race along with Nathan Kane, Mark Horton, Dion de Graaf, Brock Gilchrist, Kevin West, Hayden Vickers, Matthew Johnston, and Joshua Walton. We'll see those drivers in a B, C, D, and an E main. So still plenty of laps to come here from the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway. Heat number 3, and they are going to line up like this from the pole position. It's going to be Braith Carlin to the outside of the front row. Blake Walsh, position number 2. Sam Waddell lines up at a position number 3. Regan Edwards lines up at a position number 4. Mitch Favish rolls off out of position number 5. Position number 6, Brad Robertson. Position number 7, Callum Pratt. Position number 8, Jackson Hannon. Position number 9, Darren Silcock. Position number 10, Campbell Richards. And position number 11, Taylor Bryant. So, after last week, the likes of Mitch Favish, he's advanced 4 spots in that Fastlane Esports entry. And unfortunately, for Mitch Favish, he has missed the start of heat number 3. So hopefully we'll see him back later on in what will be your E-main. The 97 of Carlin on pole. Blake Walsh to the outside, and we are green with now look at Regan Edwards. Immediately dives down to the inside and challenges up for the race lead. Look at Edwards working the low side. Braith Carlin, his internet's back. Walsh back to the inside on the 49 entry of Regan Edwards. There's contact in the back. Darren Silcock, Campbell Richards, couple of drivers caught up involved in that one. Sam Waddell in the 18 machine. There is your top 4 on screen. Reminder, top 2 to the main event. Top 2 will also be locked into a 6-lap dash later on this evening. Edwards shuts the door halfway down the front straightaway there on Blake Walsh. One mistake from Edwards or Walsh, and Sam Waddell's going to be right there to capitalise, to look to put himself in a better starting spot in either the B main or lock himself directly into your 35-lap main event for round number 7 of the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. You're watching Braith Carlin and Regan Edwards. Blake Walsh 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. Speaking of 3, we're into turn number 3 with Blake Walsh with a slide jump on the 49 of Regan Edwards. And they were rubbing wheels out of turn number 4. Blake Walsh had second at the start-finish slide, and now here comes Edwards back with a move on Walsh, but Walsh he's been to Woolworths. He's got some dip right now, and now Regan Edwards says, yeah, you know what? I'll have some of the dip too. He'll try back to the inside as they work down into turn number 1 and 2. Edwards and Walsh, great battle going on for the runner-up and the minor placings here in heat race number 3 of 5. We'll see 2 to run. Walsh shuts the door on Edwards down into 3. Sam Waddell got the best seat in the house at the moment, although Braith Carlin, he's not looking back at the moment. He's cool, calm and collected. He's got about 0.3 of a second advantage over Blake Walsh. Again, Walsh protecting that slider down into turns 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 lap left to run for Braith Carlin. Looking like he is every bit closer to putting the 97 into the show, and will guarantee himself a top 5 starting position through 3 and 4, and the checkered flag will fly here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Braith Carlin will win second. We'll go to Blake Walsh. Regan Edwards home in third. Sam Waddell fourth. Brad Robertson rounds out your top 5. I can confirm that Mitch Favish actually made it out onto the racetrack. And although he missed the start, he didn't finish any laps down, but he did finish some 9.5 seconds back from your winner. And that was Braith Carlin, Blake Walsh. They'll come home first and second. They'll go through to the main event. Regan Edwards, Sam Waddell, Brad Robertson, your top 5. Jackson Hannon, Taylor Bryant, Callum Pratt, Darren Silcock, Mitch Favish, your top 10. And Campbell Richards home in position number 11. Heat number 2 will line up like this. It is on the pole position with the 06 entry of Rylan Grady. He's outside Justin Stolz for EPI, Elite Performance Industries, from position number 2. Position number 3 is going to be the 70 entry of Hayden Warrington. Position number 4, Christian Hermanson for Fastlane Esports. Caleb Beecroft at 22 will start from position number 5. Position number 6 for FYB Sim Racing, it's the 10 of Murray Howell. Position number 7, Brad O'Brien. Position number 8, he's third in the point standings for NZSR. It is Dylan Cook. Jordan Richards rolls off at a position number 9, and Noah Bowman at a position number 10, with Dominic Gordon lining up the 52 from position number 11. So that tells me 46 cars at the moment in the first 4 heats, and a maximum of 57. I'm pretty sure that's what the number is, because we'll see 11 cars in heat race number 5 coming up after this one. But it's the Americans on the front row. Justin Stoles on the outside of the front row, and Ryland Gray. Heat 4, penultimate heat race of the night. Keep an eye on Hayden Warrington in the 70 machine. And well, it's going to be poor old Justin Stoles. He's out of the event at the moment. Hayden Warrington back into the pits as Caleb Beecroft in the 22 got some company with an HUSL driver, the 77 entry of Brad O'Brien. So this is the battle for second and third on your race screens at the moment. Slider by O'Brien as Caleb Beecroft works back to the inside, tries some of that dip, but went right through the slick and lost all sorts of speed and momentum. I'm too good for you, Platsy. Too good for you, mate. Bowman Richards make up your 4th and 5th positions on the racetrack. Noah Bowman, how about that? From position number 10, outside your 5th row. Your starting position, and he's up to 4, so that's +6 on the heat race. Jordan Richards started inside Noah Bowman, and he's +4 on the night in the 91 machine. And Dominic Gordon dead last there. No, that's not Dominic Gordon. He is back here. He's about 3.5 seconds away from these guys, but he is +5. Although there's Christian Hermanson, Dylan Cook, both some ways away. It is going to be Ryland Gray, who's got nearly 0.8 of a second lead over Brad O'Brien in second position. Then you go back to Caleb Beecroft, Noah Bowman, Jordan Richards. So there's cars in 4th and 5th at the moment. We'll take 6 in the books with 2 to run. Here comes the 91 of Jordan Richards. Richards trying to put the right rear in the marbles up on the top side of the racetrack, but he doesn't need to because he's got all sorts of speed and momentum down into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes the big Rico bomb down from Jordan Richards, and that'll put Noah Bowman back to position number 5 as Bowman tags the wall, and you won't be able to park there. You won't be able to park there as the white flag and make that checkers are about to come out here in heat number 4. Ryland Gray victorious by 0.4 of a second over Brad O'Brien, who comes home in second. Caleb Beecroft third. Jordan Richards fourth. Dominic Gordon will find his way into a top 5. And we'll wait for a bit of daylight to see Christian Hermanson and Dylan Cook come home in 6th and 7th. Noah Bowman, Justin Stoles, Hayden Warrington, and poor old Murray Howell to make up your top 10. So 4 out of the 5 heat races complete. We've got one more heat race left to come, and we'll take a look at heat number 4 results quickly before we go into your starting grid on heat race number 5. Ryland Gray, Brad O'Brien, confirmed starters in the dash and confirmed starters in the A main. Beecroft, Richards, Gordon will go to preliminary action along with Hermanson, Cook, Bowman, Howe, Warrington, and Stoles. Heat number 5. They will take to the racetrack here. And it will be Darcy Wilson, 6 in the points, -3 positions after last week's not making it into the show. He will start from pole position. James McDonald lines up at a position number 2. Hayden Guptill, a 2-time national midget champion, will start the 1NZ car from position number 3. Xavier Simmons We'll start from position number 4, if I'm not mistaken. Xavier picked up the win last week. He did. Lachlan Barbary lines up at a position number 5. Graham Smythe for FYB Sim Racing lines up at a position number 6. Aaron Hodgson lines up at a position number 7. Bailey Leeson from position number 8. Brian McIntyre from position number 9. Colton Key from 10. And Matt McCutcheon for Team Billabong from position number 11. Beat that one, Putsy. As we get set, heat number 5. We'll see how the 5 entry of Darcy Wilson can recover after last week's disappointing run. We'll keep an eye on Hayden Guptill in the 1NZ car, but it is going to be James McDonald who will lead him into turns 3 now to turn 4. It looks like there's going to be a change back up for the race leaders. Then no. It's going to be McDonald leading the way from Wilson. And you go back to Simmons on the inside in that number 3 machine. But here comes Hayden Guptill, the 1NZ car, working the 1 machine to the top side of the racetrack. 6 cars on your screen. Aaron Hodgson, Lachlan Barbary. A little contact left rear to right front. Nothing in between. Guptill and Simmons, they both kept it going in a straight line. Barbary with a short slider there on Aaron Hodgson in the 54 entry. Guptill to the outside. He made the pass on Xavier Simmons. Big slider there by Hodgson on Barbary. Now 3 wide down the back straight away. Now they'll go 2 wide with Hodgson and Simmons. Hodgson looks to slide up. Will leave a lane on the outside for Xavier Simmons. And well, Simmons has got nowhere to go at the moment. Unfortunately, the reverse blinkers were going then thick and fast, but now he's turned them off. And he's put the normal blinkers on. He's trying to go towards the front of the field. Barbary, right rear to left front there on Aaron Hodgson. And Hodgson kept it going. Look out, Barbary around. There was contact with Simmons there in the number 3 machine. And there is your top 3 on screen. Darcy Wilson, he'll see 2 laps left to run. You're watching James McDonald in the 90 machine. Hayden Guptill in that number 1 car. He is your iRacing New Zealand Sim Racing National Midget Championship. It's a big shame, Platzley. Right now, Darcy Wilson so dominant. He's that dominant. Max Bevan has decided not to show up here tonight. Guptill goes to the bottom into turn 1. He'll throw the slider and some big dip being approved. Being thrown back out of the tail tank of the 90 machine. It won't matter because checkered flag is out for your race winner. Heat number 5, winner of Darcy Wilson. Second will go to James McDonald. Hayden Guptill, 3rd. Xavier Simmons, 4th. Graham Smythe rounds out your top 5. We'll have an E, D, C, and a B. Wilson, McDonald, we'll see them in the dash later on. Guptill, Simmons, Smythe, your top 5. Leeson, Hodgson. Leeson, Hodgson, McCutcheon, McIntyre, Barbary, and Key. So 9, 10, 11, all in the D main. 7th and 8th will go to the D. 9, 10, 11 will be in the E. 8 and 7 will be in the D. 6 and 5 will be in the C. 4 and 3 will be in the B. And 2 and 1 will automatically transfer into the A. As your E main getting set to roll off here, 12 laps the distance. Murray Howell will start up alongside Brian McIntyre in positions number 1 and 2 here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Ryan Wood and Hayden Vickers lines up at a position number 3 and 4. Mitch Fabish and Hayden Warrington from position number 5 and 6. Position number 7, Lachlan Barbary, Jack Nairn at a position number 8. Matthew Johnston from position number 9. Campbell Richards from position number 10. Justin Stoles alongside Colton Key in row 6 from positions number 11 and 12. And Max Donnelly and Joshua Walton will make up your 13th and 14th starters in your E main. So, Matthew Johnston, 4th in the points. He's had 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s. And finds himself sitting 4th in the overall points standings. Mitch Favish sits 9th in the points standings. So you've got 2 drivers inside the top 10 in this E-Main, and if they want to continue on, well, they're going to have a lot of racing to do left here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, and the green flag flies, and it was Mitch Favish who got a big jump on the inside. He'll now look for the slide job, look for the race lead on Brian McIntyre. Here comes Murray Howell looking down to the inside, down into turns 3 and 4. 3 wide, Favish is going to go upside down, and poor old Mitch Favish, big ride for him. There's Murray Howell as well, so well, unfortunately we'll see no yellows in the preliminary mains. And now look at Ryan Wood now. He's going to pass 2 or 3 cars back with some dip as he worked down from the top to the bottom. Justin, well, I'm still crippled, mate. So we continue on. Top 6 is going to be the magical number right now. Max Donnelly in the 25 machine. That's the orange and yellow car. Holding on to the final transfer position. Here comes Walton. Look out, look out. We've got 1 car upside down. You're not allowed to park there. The other 2 kept it going. And that will put Matthew Johnston, and that is him in the 30 machine, in the final transfer position. Unfortunately for Mitch Favish. Again, 9th in the points after last week. He advanced 4 positions in the National Midget Championship points. Watching Colton Key on screen just behind Brian McIntyre in car number 20. In positions 3 and 4. Then Walton trying to peek down to the inside. Hayden Warrington still runs in 2nd position. We've got 6 down at the start-finish line. 6 laps left to run in your E-Main. And Barbary still leads the way from Warrington. Now there's a battle on for 3rd and 4th as Brian McIntyre, Colton Key, and Joshua Walton. I thought we were going to go 3 wide. Walton, well, the right front to left rear. I know you're not meant to make right rear to left front, but how about right front to left rear? Yeah, that might just be a bit of a racing deal. Sorry, J-Dub, if you're watching. No, you're not, because you haven't said hello, and that's going to be a shot for you. Johnston and Colton Key, they hold down the final 2 transfer positions. Donnelly, 1.5, make that 1.6 seconds away from the final transfer position. And that's the 63 entry of Colton Key. He now looks down to the inside. He'll throw the big dive bomb into 1 and 2. And now here comes Matthew Johnston back with a crossover. So top side slider line being used here at both ends. 3 laps remaining here in your E-Main. And if you're not inside the top 6, well, you can pack it up and get ready for round number 8 next week. I believe we're heading to a short racetrack next week, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we're headed to Limaland. So looking forward to next week already, but we've still got to get through your E-Main. So you're watching Hayden Warrington in that CRC number 70 machine. The white flag is already upon us. And for Lachlan Barbary in the 47 machine. He'll find his way through 3 and out of turn number 4 as the checkers will wave here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Hello, Lukey. Your E-Main is complete. Top 6, Lachlan Barbary, Hayden Warrington, Joshua Walton, Brian McIntyre, Colton Key, Matthew Johnston. Unofficially at the moment, And that's the way they will finish, I can confirm. Lachlan Barbary, Hayden Warrington, Joshua Walton, Brian McIntyre, Colton Key and Matthew Johnston. Your top 6, Max Donnelly, Hayden Vickers, Canberra Richards, Murray Howe. Your top 10, Ryan Wood, Mitch Fabish, Jack Nairn and Justin Stolz. Your 14 drivers for the E-Main. We'll see 16 drivers. $16 drivers in the D-Main. And they will line up like this. Dylan Cook will start from position number 1. Aaron Hodgson from position number 2. Stefan Adams from position number 3. Brock Gilchrist from position number 4. Callum Pratt from position number 5. Noah Bowman position number 6. Matt McCutcheon position number 7. Mitchell Sparrow position number 8. Kevin West from position number 9. Darren Silcock from position number 10. Position number 11, your E-Main winner, Lachlan Barbary. Hayden Warrington from position number 12. Joshua Walton from position number 13. Brian McIntyre 14. Colton Key 15th. And Matthew Johnston in 16th. Well, Dylan Cook got his work cut out for him in this one. 3rd in the point standings. Matthew Johnston got his work cut out for him. 16th. He runs 5th. Make that 4th in the point standings. So if they want to hold on to a top 5, I suggest they pull the old finger out as we go green in the D-Main. It is going to be Dylan Cook and Aaron Hodgson. They'll work side by side down the back straight over here at the Bristol Motors Speedway. Dylan Cook throws the big Hail Mary play here on lap number 1, but it is going to be Aaron Hodgson to lead the first lap. And now here comes Brock Gilchrist looking down low. He'll slide it up just above the slick line on the exit of turn number 2. Now here comes Dylan Cook. Will he look for the move down into 3 and 4? He tried it but was unsuccessful in the process. Now the teammates, the Team Billabong car, Matt McCutcheon and Brock Gilchrist, they're going to throw some Hail Marys on each other. Noah Bowman, Stefan Adams, that's your top 6. McCutcheon, big mover through the field so far. He's up 4 positions. Now, in fact, make that Joshua Walton plus 5. So the 6th and final transfer spot is belonging to Noah Bowman. But that's before Darren Silcock says, yeah, no, I want the final transfer position. He wants to continue on as Walton now looks 2 for the price of 1 down into turn number 3 and 4. Walton going to have position number 6 at the start-finish line. Not content with just yet at the moment. Look out. Oh, look out. Stefan Adams going to get shuffled back. And now here comes the 27 of Adams down through the middle of the racetrack. Gets by Darren Silcock one more time. So now Stefan Adams on the outside looking in. Here is Colton Key there just to the right of your screen in car number 63. A lot of the drivers playing nice at the moment, playing single file. Trying to figure out the rest of the drivers, their strategies. I know they've got to go like hell at the moment. They haven't got a whole lot of time, but this racetrack is long, it's big, and well, something I'm not accustomed to right now. Here comes to the inside. Here's that Sparrow trying to make something happen. Look, here comes Matthew Johnston. So, Sparrow looks inside on the 27 entry of Stefan Adams. Adams looks to shut the door. And now here comes Sparrow once again with Colton Key. A 30 of Matthew Johnston. He just needs about 4 more positions to transfer to the back of the C. Otherwise, he may be relinquishing. A top 5 in the points standings after week number 7. And I'll tell you what, there are some big sled bombs being thrown here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Look out there, Stefan Adams throwing the big move. There's now Colton Key down low on Sparrow. Key slides up Sparrow. He goes around the outside. He was in 2 minds then on what to do with just 3 laps left to run. Meanwhile, Johnston, he is battling the 30 machine with Stefan Adams, but just in front of them, I think Adams may have gotten collected into the wall. He may have gone upside down. Look out, 2 cars involved. And that is Noah Bowman taking a big look here at the dirt track at Charlotte. 1 more car, also Noah Bowman. Mitchell Sparrow also involved and caught up in that debacle. Matthew Johnston on the outside looking in half a second. And with the white flag ends out, this would have to be a monstrous run if he wanted to transfer. But Aaron Hodgson has already made his way into turn number 3 and through turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Aaron Hodgson will get the job done. Matt McCutcheon home in 2nd from 7th. Joshua Walton home in 3rd. He's going to transfer from the E to the D to the C. Dylan Cook, Brock Gilchrist, and Colton Key. So Colton Key and Joshua Walton, their run, or the alphabet soup runs, will continue here at Bristol. So your D main results are like this: Hodgson, McCutcheon, Walton, Cook, Gilchrist, and Key. Everybody else, goodbye. And out rolls the C main drivers here in just a few moments' time. It'll be Brad Robertson and Dominic Gordon in row number 1. Row number 2, Graham Smythe and Darren Stark. Row 3, Mark Horton and Jackson Hannon. Row 4, Christian Hermanson and Bailey Leeson. Row 5, Jack Groenwald and Dion DeGraaf. Row 6, Taylor Bryant and Aaron Hodgson. Row 7, Matt McCutcheon and Joshua Walton. Row 8, Dylan Cook and Brock Gilchrist. And Colton Key in row number 9. Hell yeah, 2 inches. Oh, what do you tag me in? Can't watch it on stream, that's why I have my phone on silent. For things like that, see? Again, I outsmarted you. And you see main. Look out, here comes Graham Smythe with a big move. Lap 1 of 16 is complete. Smythe, your race leader. Here comes Dominic Gordon. Look out, Dominic Gordon. Along with Brad Robertson. And boys, unfortunately, you are not able to park there on the racetrack. 3 wide in turns number 1 and 2. Remember, top 6 will go through Dylan Cook. We've seen him throughout the course of the season make multiple features to having to do it the hard way and coming and running some of the soups. So no doubt he'll be up on his game. Matt McCutcheon. McCutcheon, look out, there he is. Slips outside of a transfer spot. But he's still got 12 to go. And 2 drivers that have come from the D main, McCutcheon and Walton. They finished first and second in it. Might have finished second and third. They did, because Aaron Hodgson won, and he started 12th. There we go. And speaking of Aaron Hodgson, well, he's already up into position number 4. Let's move those out of the way. Oh, look at Aaron Hodgson. Up and around and spinning like a merry-go-round. Some kick flips been had, and well done to Graf. The wall doesn't move. And, well, you know what? You can park there. I'm going to let that one go. Cook on Leeson. Leeson back down low out of turn number 4 at the start-finish line. There was very little in it between the pair. We're 8 down and 8 to run. You're watching the battle for 4, 5, and 6 right now. And if you don't think these guys want it just as much as each and every other one of these drivers, now that brings in the 81 entry of Joshua Walton, who is looking to run the Alphabet Soup here this evening. Cook, slide job on Walton. Walton back to the inside. Remember Dylan Cook, he's third in the point standings for the National Midget Championship overall. Desperately wanting to get into the top 6 and put himself into the last chance showdown, the B main. But again, with Matthew Johnston already not transferring through the D main, it's going to be tough sailing for Dylan Cook, although he's made up into position number 6. He's gotten by Bailey Leeson. So Leeson now on the outside looking in. So Cook, Walton, McCutcheon, they've all come from the D main. McCutcheon around the outside on Christian Hermanson down into 1 and 2. Look out, McCutcheon, the right rear just tagged the concrete wall. And very, very lucky not to go upside down. Lap to go. This time out of turn number 4 for Graham Smythe. 5th in the point standings. And 1 step closer to putting the 24 into the B main. And 1 step closer to putting that 24 into the show to continue a good streak of podium results. Checkered flag is out. Smythe. He's had 2 top 5s and I'm pretty sure they've come both podiums. So wait for your C main results to come up. Jadab, you might have had 20 or 30 Donnies last night, but I tell you what, you still owed about 3 or 4 from last night, so you better get to cracking the whip out, Graham Smythe, Darren Stark, Matt McCutcheon, Christian Hermanson, Joshua Walton, and Dylan Cook are your top 6. As we've got your B main up on the program right now. And the all-important B main for these 18 drivers battling for 14 transfer positions. Jordan McTonnell alongside Aston Rodriguez in row number 1. Row number 2, Regan Edwards and Caleb Beecroft. Row 3, inside Hayden Guptill, outside it's Bryce Lucius. Row 4, inside Marco Giltrap and Sam Waddell. Row 5, inside Jordan Richards and Xavier Simmons. Row 6, inside Mitchell Piskalik, outside Nathan Kane. Row 7, inside you'll see main winner Graham Smythe and Darren Stark outside. Row 8, Matt McCutcheon inside Christian Hermanson outside. And row number 9, inside Joshua Walton and Dylan Cook outside. So you see that car there, Regan Edwards, was scheduled to roll off at a position number 3. Coming into tonight, 14th in the point standings. And after last week, he'd lost 2 spots. So we'll see if he can make his way back onto the racetrack and find himself one of the lucky ducks here at Bristol to get a top 14 transfer. And your B main is upon us. For 14 guys, they will advance to the 35 lap A main. For 4 of these guys, they will find themselves sent packing. Now we shouldn't really see any yellows in this B main because it'll be admin cautions if anything. Slider by Guptill on Jordan McTonnell. These 2 guys race at Western Springs alongside of each other in the Midget series. So Lucius back to the pits. How about Regan Edwards? 1 spot out of a transfer position. Finds himself 3 seconds behind Nathan Kane in the number 78 machine. But we look at the battle as here comes down to the inside. Goes Caleb Beecroft. Now I tell you what, Graham Smythe, he's coming after the 91 entry of Jordan Richards. Smythe again, throwing some Hail Marys. There goes the 51 of Matt McCutcheon. Now just to note as well, the winner of the B main will start position number 11. If you finish 14th in this one, you'll start 24th in the A. So there's still a lot on the line in this B main. Yeah, we might be taking more from the B, but it means you are going to start further up in the A main. Not just 21, 22, 23, 24. Not the standard generic 4 that you normally see from the B main. It is 14. So positions 11 through to 24. This is what these drivers are battling for at the moment. Smythe. Oh, Smythe upside down. He got hit not once but twice. He sits in 12th. Oh, he is going to be filthy, although he's still sitting in 14th position. And he's got 2 seconds back to Christian Hermanson. McCutcheon, Xavier Simmons, they work side by side. Simmons has got the run on the bottom side. Remember Simmons, he was a last week He was last start feature winner. McCutcheon, not sure whether he banged the cushion or whether he banged the wall. McCutcheon nearly on Caleb Beecroft in 3 and 4. Boy, I'll tell you what, the gloves are off. And it is UFC time here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Beecroft, a little shot in the rear end of the 51 machine on Matt McCutcheon. Sam Waddell on the 18 just behind them, and Joshua Walton looking to run the soup here this evening. He is 6.5 laps away from completing that one. Oh boy, that Hobbs trenching and boring number 81 machine. He's turned quite a few laps here in your 7th round of the 2022 SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. Yeah, a big thanks to, of course, Speed Nation and So It Seems Customer Poultry with their support with the series. Richards and Simmons. Simmons on the inside, Richards on the outside. Moves Xavier Simmons up to position number 4. Yes, I've got some So up next to me actually. That's what I was actually just munching on before we went green. I've still got some. I hadn't finished it all, so I figured, hey, why not have some So up? It's soup, guys. 3 to go for Aston Rodriguez out in front, putting a lap down on the 48 entry of Christian Hermansen, and that should nearly all but end his night. Although if something happens to one of the drivers inside the top 14, that might just elevate the 48 into the final transfer position. Dylan Cook, Sam Waddell. Waddell on the top side of the racetrack, cuts it back right through the slick now. Waddell just stays good through the middle of the racetrack. White flag, 1 to run. Graham Smythe getting put a lap down. Will he hold on to the final transfer position? I dare say that this may just happen through 3 and turn number 4. Checkers the route. Your winner in the B main is Aston Rodriguez. Second at the line, Jordan McDonnell. Hayden Guptill home in 3rd. Xavier Simmons, Matt McCutcheon make up your top 5. Then you go back to Jordan Richards, Caleb Beecroft, Joshua Walton, Sam Waddell, Dylan Cook, Mitchell Piskalik. Let's take a look at those B mains before the dash cars come out onto the racetrack. Mitchell Piskalik 11th, Regan Edwards, Nathan Kane, Graham Smythe. Your top 14 for Christian Hermansen. His night is done. Darren Stark, your night is done. Bryce Lucius is done. And Marco Giltrap is done also. So, for the dash, there will be no overlay on the screen because it is all done manually. So, unfortunately, you're only going to see the cars on the racetrack. I'll try and keep you updated as best as I can as to who is where. So while we wait for the cars to come onto the racetrack, I'm just going to reply to a couple of messages and finish off my soup. Well, I might not get to finish my soup, won't get to reply to the messages as the green flag flies. 6 laps to dash, and well, no surprise to see Alec Ensley and Harry Stewart on the front row. Harry Stewart will lead him down into turn number 3. Ensley rails the cushion. Look at the 2, the run he got on the outside. Lap number 1 belongs to Alec Ensley, and boy, oh boy, he is up on the wheel. Stewart trying to dig it deep and sell it cheap down into turn number 3. Stewart stays committed to the bottom side of the racetrack. Berkeley's up to position number 3. 2 down and 4 laps left to run. Alec Inslee, is he giving up the game plan at the moment? He's just carved his name on the cushion, and Stewart has had to bite the bullet, and now he goes upstairs. Figure, well, you know what? He may as well try it. You go back to Cedar Lake in round 1, I think it was, where it was Stewart, Berkeley, and Alec Inslee all putting on a show. One of the best races we'd seen in a long time. With just 2 laps left to run. Ken Berkeley and the 9 Machine, the pair of Queenslanders, run 2nd and 3rd. They all try to chase down Alec Inslee, your race leader. The white flag will set to fly here at the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway, round number 7. The 2022 SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship, brought to you by Speed Nation, So It Seems Custom Upholstery, and New Zealand Sim Racing. Through turn number 3 and 4, he will be your pole sitter for your 35 lap main event later on, Alec Inslee. Second, I believe, will be Harry Stewart. Third will be Joel Berkeley. And then whoever finishes from there on out. We will take a quick commercial break. We're going to do what we do previously. We're going to play some music and be back in just a few moments' time. You're watching round number 7 of the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship right here on Ultimate Dirt TV, brought to you by Speed Nation, So It Seems Custom Upholstery, and New Zealand Sim Racing. On the other side of this, you're a main.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I'm a king of rock, there is none higher. So your MCs should call me sire. To promote my kingdom, you must choose fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire. Now we rock the party and go correct. All settle on time and rhyme connect. Decorate the motion and good elect. Another river can't stand it, but give us respect. I wanna rock. Back in 1955, man didn't know about a rock and roll show. No red guys. White man had the schmucks, black man had the blues. No one knew what they was going to do, but Tchaikovsky had the blues. Oh, let me rock. You know what I want. Over now, and it came to pass. The rock and roll was born. Now across the land, every rock and band going up the song. And the guitar man got famous, the business man got rich, and everybody was a superstar with a spirit. Let me rock. You know what I want. I love rock and roll.
Well, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the 2022 SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. Live tonight from the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for your A main event. We'll take a look from back to front at your starting grid. Just quickly going to look at something just quickly. Position number 24, it's Graham Smythe. Position number 23, Nathan Kane. Position number 22, Regan Edwards. Position number 21, Mitchell Piskalik. Position number 20, Dylan Cook. Position number 19, Sam Waddell. Position number 18, Joshua Walton. Position number 17, it is Caleb Beecroft. Position number 16, Jordan Richards. Position number 15, Matt McCutcheon. Position number 14, Xavier Simmons. Position number 13, Hayden Guptill. Position number 12, Jordan McDonnell. Position number 11, Aston Rodriguez. And the 10 drivers that started in the dash in no particular order: James McDonald, Brad O'Brien, Blake Walsh, Caden Barker, Joel Berkeley, Darcy Wilson, Rylan Gray, Braith Carlin, Harry Stewart, and Alec Inslee. We are ready for a start. Here at the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway. Round number 7 of the 2022 SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. Inslee and Stewart, who will take out round number 7. Let's get live, or let's go live for 35. And we are underway. Will we see another classic like what we've seen at Cedar Lake between Inslee, Berkeley and Stewart? Well, we're about to find out. Wilson goes upside down. Will we go yellow? Now remember, single car spins. We will not go yellow. If there's 2 or more involved, that's when we will see the yellow flag come out. And it was right at that point is when we had the 2 cars coming together. And we are yellow here for the first time in tonight's main event, but also trying to ring her when she's sitting not far from me. So first caution of the night. Now, for the people that are joining us for the first time, well, it's real simple. Like I said, single car spins, the yellow will not be thrown. 2 or more cars involved in a caution, race control will throw admin cautions. Now, caution laps do count. They'll obviously assess the situation. If they don't get to the situation inside 3 laps, obviously they'll let iRacing handle it, and the drivers will line up how they are told from iRacing. Otherwise, if there's any penalties to be handed out, then race control will deal with those penalties. Unfortunately, Regan Edwards, Dylan Wilson, Darcy Wilson, Caleb Beecroft, Xavier Simmons, Blake Walsh, Brad O'Brien, they are already out. So 1/4 of the field done and dusted inside the first couple of laps. Now here at Bristol, last time I checked, they used to take 4 laps. Again, I haven't been here in a while. And going off what I'm seeing, it's still 4 laps now. I think due to the fact that the asphalt side of things, it's 4 laps. Obviously not changed on dirt with the dirt configuration on it. How about Dylan Cook, 20th to 9th, plus 11. Stewart, 3 wins on the season. Inslee, 2 wins. And Xavier Simmons, 1 win. All 3 drivers still in this main event. You see Xavier Simmons leaving pit exit right now. So hopefully the 3 machine will make his way back onto the racing service tag up at the tail end of the field. If not, looks like we're going to go green off turn number 4 with Alec Inslee, 6 down and 29 to go. Here at Bristol, Berkeley using the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to figure out if it's going to come in as Harry Stewart goes to the cushion. Braith Carlin back there on the bottom side as well. Hayden Guptill. And my oh my, looky, here comes James McDonald, Aston Rodriguez. Guptill down to the bottom again, through 1 and 2. Look out, James McDonald. He's going to go upside down and around. If everybody else misses him, we are going to stay green. Now that's a different spin there with Nathan Kane. So we're staying green and we're going to be 3 wide for the race lead. And poor old Alec Inslee, last time we checked he was out in front. Now he's back in third. He copped the slice and dice from both Berkeley and Stewart. And Stewart takes over the lead down lap number 9. Inslee goes to the cushion once again. You see a lot of guys working that bottom groove, and maybe the bottom is going to be the place to be. Although Inslee, look at the right rear on the cushion, in the marbles, in the flop upstairs. And not afraid to let her read up on the top side of the racetrack. Although he's going to lose more positions, more ground to Harry Stewart and Joel Berkeley and Inslee. Well, maybe it's time he decides to bite the bullet and go back down to the bottom side. But a little hard at the moment because both Braith Carlin and Hayden Guptill are right there on the inside line. Look at this battle. A 3-way dance for positions 3, 4 and 5. Inslee now going to bring Aston Rodriguez into the picture. Carlin slides up. Guptill goes to the inside. Carlin shuts the door down into turn number 1. He'll run the big slider line. Guptill wheels it back down to the inside, down into turn number 3. Rodriguez on Inslee. Inslee powers around the outside of the 30 machine. Stewart, 3.5, 4/10 of a second clear over Joel Berkeley. 1 and 2 at the moment. But again, Carlin, Guptill, Inslee, Rodriguez really putting on a show. Slight job by Rodriguez on Inslee. He parked on the nose of the 2 machine. Rodriguez, it was all clear on that one. Inslee went to turn it underneath him. Unfortunately, just got into the back of him. There is Matt McCutcheon in the 51, starter position number 15. Still not your hard charger. Who is your hard charger? Is the 24 machine. You go back. You remember he limped across the finish line to come home 14th in the B. He started 24th plus 14. He's up to position number 10. Is Graham Smythe. Then he's already bagged a couple of podiums this season. Carlin still holding down the 3rd and final podium position at the moment. He now moves back to the bottom side. 3.5 tenths behind the 9 machine of Joel Berkeley as here goes Carlin. The slider line through turn number 3 and 4. Rodriguez has gone back to the cushion through 3 and 4. Where does he go into 1 and 2? He goes low side. So trying to wind it up on the top side in 3 and 4 and glues it down to the bottom through 1 and 2. This time he'll run the slider line trying to find a different bit, trying to find some more speed. And the problem is at the moment, as we're halfway home, 18 down, 17 remaining, it is just all smooth sailing for Harry Stewart out in front. He's got nearly half a second lead over Joel Berkeley. Braith Carlin, you can see Carlin closing in right now on Berkeley into 1 and 2. He gets it down to 3/10 of a second. But who will come out victorious in this one with just 15 laps left to run? Guptill. And you take when you think about it this way, when it comes to National Midget Champions, 3 out of the top 4 drivers have all won a National Midget Championship. Guptill's won 2. He won 2 on R-Factor 2014, 2016. And then the first one on iRacing, 2018, Joel Berkeley won it. And then the last 2, 2020 and 2021, have been won by Harry Stewart, looking to make it 3 in a row. Berkeley, now he goes upstairs. As Stewart, the gap was 5, nearly 6/10 of a second. Now it's down to 4/10. Guptill closes in once again on Braith Cohen. So multiple different lines and racing. Braith Cohen tags the wall, and that'll move Hayden Guptill. Look out, Berkeley went low on Caden Barker, and Guptill and Berkeley. You know these two guys are going to race hard, but you know there's going to be very, very little room between them, but they'll do it. They've raced each other for so many years, as we all have. Guptill, he is all over the back of the 9 machine. The New Zealand Sim Racing #1 machine. Here comes the 97 of Carlin, back to the cushion into 1 and 2. We've got 9 to run for Harry Stewart, who's now opened up that 7/10 of a second lead back over Joel Berkeley after Berkeley had contact with Caden Barker in the 44, just about 3 laps to go. Oh no, Braith Cohen into the left rear of Hayden Guptill. He saved it. At the moment, he's not going to lose any positions. Berkeley's gone the slide line into turns 3 and 4. Now they catch back up to Harry Stewart. Stewart, he might be a sitting duck out in front at the moment. You just know these 3 guys. They know what they know. They want to be on the top step of the podium. You know what you're going to get from these guys. They put in the consistent night in and night out. And there's a reason why all 3 of these drivers, between these drivers, they have won 5 of the 8 or 9 National Midget Championships. Whoo boy, Berkeley again goes the slide line. He leaves the door open for Hayden Guptill down to the bottom side. Again, Berkeley runs the slide of the right rear, getting into the fluff on the top side of the racetrack. 5 laps left to run. Berkeley this time is going to stay glued to the bottom side. He'll tuck in behind the 11 machine. And yeah, they might be chatting to each other right now, but I'll tell you what, they are going to run each other very, very hard. And you just, not only you take a look at the talent that you have here on the sim, with what I've already said, with these 3 drivers winning 5 National Midget Championships, you look what they've done in the real world. Berkeley's a former Australian production sedan champion. Harry Stewart has won multiple feature wins in the compact speed cars. Now he's in the sprint cars. And of course, Hayden Guptill. Well, it didn't take him all that long to get situated in a midget in New Zealand. And right now, here comes Guptill to the inside on Berkeley. The popsicle sticks are out, 2 laps left to run. These drivers know how to do it in the real world. They know how to do it on the sim. And right now, doing it. Oh no! Berkeley tagged the wall and came down. Guptill went upside down, and that'll put Matt McCutcheon into position number 3. And an unfortunate incident between Berkeley and Guptill, and there was nothing that Guptill could have done. Oh, that was on the penultimate lap, but you know Berkeley's going to feel absolutely disgusted about what just happened here. But I tell you what, Harry Stewart, for the 4th time in 7 weeks, will go to victory lane. 2nd, unofficially at the moment, is going to be Joel Berkeley. Matt McCutcheon will come home 3rd. Alec Inslee 4th. Jordan Richards rounds out your top 5. Then you go back to Joshua Walton, Dylan Cook, Jordan McDonnell, Mitchell Piskalik, and Sam Waddell. Unofficial, your top 10. We'll make it official right now. Stewart, Berkeley, and McCutcheon will be your top 3. Inslee and Richards home in 4th and 5th. Walton, Cook, McDonnell, Piskalik, and Waddell. Your top 10. Smythe, Barker, Guptill, Carlin, Rodriguez, your top 15. Then you go back to Gray, McDonald, Kane, Edwards, Simmons, your top 20. And then Wilson, O'Brien, Walsh, and Beecroft. Oh my. What a dramatic finish to this one. We are waiting for your top 3 to find their way into Discord, and we are going to chat to those 3 drivers, and we'll bring up your race winner here tonight, driving car number 11. He makes it 4 wins in 7 weeks. Harry, first of all, have you got a copy in here?
Yes, it's working this time.
Okay, yes, so I fixed it. I don't know what Brayton done, but I fixed it. As I just said previously, 7 weeks so far, you've picked up 4 wins. Boy, you're really on point so far, and you're really on track to make it 3 National Midget Championships in a row.
Yeah, I didn't really expect that one to go how it did. Alec just gapped us all in the dash there, and I was sort of expecting him to do the same. And then we ran the top in for a bit, which probably didn't help it, the top being so dominant like it was in the dash, but it sort of evened it up a bit. Like Joel was able to run that slider and get a good drive off and all that sort of stuff. So I went to the bottom. I think it was one restart. No, Joel almost passed me and Alec when we were fighting for the top, and then I realised I was probably the place to be, and if they wanted to pass him, they had to go around the watching mirror a few laps there and saw Joel's run slider. I tried it a bit, and then I saw Hayden was just rolling the bottom, so I thought, chances are better just running the bottom and making Joel go around me. So that was me playing there, and it seemed to pay off.
You just said, you just touched on being running the different lines, trying to run the slider line after obviously having Joel try that slider line. When you realised that it didn't work for you, was it always going to be the case of just get back down to the bottom and just protect that inside line?
Yeah, I didn't feel too bad doing that slider. I just thought, I'm leading, may as well try and win it the slowest way possible. If they're going to pass you, just make them earn it. And I got lucky that Hayden and Joel got racing there, and Joel just made the tiniest mistake in it. Somehow just sent Hayden flipping, and luckily there was no yellow, and it was just white flag, and just sort of bring it home.
Mate, when you're out in front and you run on the bottom side, do you sort of tend to be a little cautious because obviously not knowing where the faster line is? Do you sort of get any hints from Joel or Darcy for that matter, or anybody else that might be spotting you, just to say, hey, you know what, you're leading, you are the fastest car out there? What goes through the Discord when you're out in front like that?
Well, since me and Joel were sort of racing for the win there, we don't really help each other out too much, except for, I think when I went back to the bottom, I told him I'm going back to the bottom, just so I was throwing the slow one right behind someone, and I've been running the past few laps. He would have thought I was doing that, so I just let him know I was like, I'm running the bottom of this corner, and sort of stopped a drama there. And then Darcy was helping the whole race. He just stood on it on that first corner and ended his own race. He would have been probably right there with us, a four-way battle, and he was telling me just a bit higher on exit, because that's where Hayden was sort of reeling us both in, and found himself a few times just not giving enough throttle, just forgetting that I'm on a huge bank track that pretty much has grip the whole time, no matter what. So I was just trying to, just figure out just not sucking pretty much, and I sort of figured it out at the end.
All right, well, look, well done on a win here at Bristol in round number 7. Like I said, it makes it 4 wins in 7 weeks. Good momentum heading to Limaland next week. How do you feel going from the previous couple of weeks at the big tracks like Williams Grove and Bristol? How do you feel going into Limaland next week?
I don't know, pretty good, I guess. It's still a bit random on how I think I'm going to do. Like, it takes us we don't really practice during the week. It's just the hour before the server trying to figure out a tacky set, and we seem to get it pretty good. I think Williams Grove, we got it good, but me and Darcy both just had absolutely atrocious laps, which set us behind. But it's just trying to get that quali lap because the fastest from the front format, and figuring that out, and obviously how different these midgets are. You can set up a car to be just on it on the top. I guess what Alex sort of did tonight, and then you can have a car that's just gutter just works perfectly, gets a huge drive, and it's trying to figure out where you want to run and what the track's going to do, which Limeland, it's been different every bloody race I do there, so have no idea. I'll probably sort it out while we're going around for the dash if we make it next week and go from there.
Yeah, look, well done on your fourth win in just 7 weeks. Harry, before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes this happen for you and the 11 machine to roll in and out each and every week?
Just everyone at United Sim Sports and Slick Sim Sports for all their help getting the setup styled in each week. Titan Garages and Carports, 87 Creative, Natrad Radios Auto, Tour Mobile Welding, KCLD Cleaning, yourself for broadcasting each week, and Brayton for putting on the league for 18 weeks of the year is a bit of a mega effort, and I appreciate that he does it. Oh, and SimBlacks for sponsoring the series.
All right, there we go. Well done, Harry. We'll see you back next week.
Thank you.
There we go. Harry Stewart, your winner here tonight from the Bristol Motor Speedway in round number 7. Home in second place tonight, and well, we're just going to bring him straight up. Joel, congratulations on second place. Let's just go through those last couple of laps there.
I don't even know, Brett. I thought we had a shot at winning, and just obviously I haven't done many races here at Bristol. It was just you had to be so smooth and finesse on it, and I tagged the wall there and barely tagged the wall and pulled a wheel stand. I don't know how it flipped old Hayden, but sucks for him. But ruined what probably was going to be a good finish, I think. So, but it was still a cool battle. I think the track was good, and a bit different to come out to these half miles and drive these things like NASCARs instead of throwing them in with bombs every corner.
You touched on the racetrack, a number of different line drivers were, a lot of you guys were rolling the bottom. Alec Inslee was running the top early on, and in that dash he was dominant on the top side. Slider line, just talk us through on what it's like each and every lap to not only be up the front, to stay up front, but also trying to find the fastest line, especially when guys around you are running different lines.
Obviously, yeah, it's just hard. Obviously, these sort of tracks, momentum is key, and if you've got keeping the car straight, it's going to give you momentum and give you more speed, and that's what you want around here. But trying to find that last bit of racetrack that's got the grip left on it, and I think it was still good. I don't even know. This is probably the first midget race I've actually done here. So it shows how much laps I've done at Bristol. But for what it was, I expect you to just be follow the leader on the bottom, but you could move around a little bit and run slider on and get a bit of a run. And obviously with the track having so much banking up high, it gives you more speed down the hill off the corner. So yeah, I thought it was pretty good, but a few of the others didn't. But what do you do?
Well, it's probably one of the best midget races, in fact, that I've seen in quite some time. Obviously, yourself, Harry, Hayden, just talk us, even Alec there at the start of that race, just talk us through on what it's like to run wheel to wheel with these guys, knowing that, the respect level is always going to be there, but not only that, you guys are not going to give an inch with each other.
Yeah, it's always good racing the guys like Harry, Alec, Hayden, and I know Braith was up there at the start. They always have respect and have awareness for the cars around it, and they're not going to do anything silly, and they race you how you want to be raced. If you want to race them however it is, they'll race you like that, but if you race them clean, they'll race you clean. That's what you want. You want people to have respect and not throw stupid sliders and put people on the catch fence. But yeah, it's good for us to get a solid run. I think I've been up front a few times this season, Brett, but I think it's the first time I've actually talked to you, apart from Cedar Lake.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been a while between drinks. Put it this way: when you, Harry, and Gupta were out in front, little stat, and I sort of touched on it during the broadcast. Out of the 7 national midget championships that have been run by New Zealand Sim Racing, the 3 of you guys have won 5 of them.
Did I actually win one? Wow.
Yes. Yeah, 2018. The first year was actually on iRacing.
Back in the heyday, when I was good. But it's pretty cool. Obviously, if just shows the guys that always have been up front in the series of still have what it takes, and obviously Hayden and Harry we all have a lot of respect for each other and can race clean as, and we all put that on showcase there. It's just a bit disappointed with not having that with Hayden. I'd take full blame for it. Just how it happens with iRacing's physics, I guess. You tag a wall and do a wheel stand and it sends him cartwheeling. I don't know. Would have looked pretty odd from the broadcast, I reckon.
It was very odd. I was watching every second of that one. It was just, again, as you said, it was one of the weirdest things that I've seen, and
I don't think I've ever seen it.
honestly, I don't think I've seen it in a midget, but look, it is what it is. Joel, congratulations on second spot. Before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes this happen for you on the 9 car?
Yeah, well, massive thanks to the guys at Slick Sims for all they do. Harry and the guys at United for help what they do. We work a bit together, and the team at NZSR for what they do, and yourself for broadcasting. Hopefully we can come back and I don't know where it is next week, but hopefully we can knock off a win. We definitely showed pace, and I was a little bit disappointed I missed out on the server last week at Williams Grove because I definitely do think I had the pace there, but just I was a bit lack of communication. Didn't realise we're actually racing when I thought we weren't. I missed out.
I can tell you where we are, and I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to say 2 words, and hopefully you get the reference here. Cardwell line.
Yes. Oh, all right.
The Joel and the Cardwell/Berkeley line is in full effect next week at Lima Land.
Let's hope so. We'll see what happens.
All right, Joel, well done on second spot.
Cheers, Brett.
There we go. Joel Berkeley home in position number 2. We'll chat to the driver that comes home in third place tonight. He moves up 12 positions from position number 15 all the way up to position number 3. It is, I can't even say Mini Mac anymore. Is he just a normal Mac? Matt McCutcheon. Third spot. Are you a Big Mac or are you just a Mac now?
Just a Mac now, I think.
Just a Mac. When did you lose the Mini?
When I turned 14 last week.
Okay. So you're still young. Still young. Still young. Hey, we didn't get to see much of you during that feature race. Obviously, watching the battle up front, but coming through the field 15th plus 12 positions up to a podium position. I mean, that's got to feel pretty good. Yeah, you had some speed.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, we came all the way back from the D main, so it was a long alphabet soup tonight. But it was really cool passing, and it was cool. Just saw the battle in front of us and seeing 3 cars go at it. It was such a cool battle to see.
Now, I feel like lately, the last couple of weeks, I've seen you stuck in semi-mains like D, C's, B's. What's going on this 51 car?
Yeah, we've just we haven't. I haven't done a lot of dirt stuff in a while, and just like how much the setup's changed with each build is it's getting challenging. So we're slowly working it out with the team, and we're slowly getting there. And we got to push the other Billabong cars now to get into the mains because I don't think any of them have made it into an A main yet. So we'll have to get them into an A main next week.
Well, what's it like putting 35 laps here at Bristol? I spoke to Harry and Joel about the racetrack. Where were you comfortable, and what did you make of this track?
Yeah, I thought the track was actually really good tonight. You know, there was a top and a bottom line. I was running the bottom in 1 and 2 and the top in 3 and 4, which is not often on iRacing we get that sort of technical track. So I think the guys did a good job at calling the shots tonight. When they ran the feature, it was an awesome little track, and there was many lines. And even when I was coming up to some lap cars, their lines were even fast. You know, whether they were ripping the top or ripping the bottom. So it was a cool little track tonight.
Well, it's not little, it's big. But speaking of little tracks, we go to Lima Land next week. How do you feel going into next week after a third place here tonight?
Yeah, I feel good. As I said, we've made some good steps in the setup. So a nice little ball ring for us so we can get the elbows up and get into it. So yeah, super excited.
No, look, well done on third place here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. Matt, before we let you go, of course, we know there's a lot of good sponsors on this race, a lot of great people behind the scenes that make this possible for you in the 51 car.
Yeah, no, I'd have to thank the Billabong team. They've looked after us this year, and we're getting some speed along. So massive thanks to Simon Evans, our team principal. He's doing a great job and always in the sessions, getting us faster and faster each time. So thanks, Lenny, for that.
All right, well, look, well done, Mini Mac. I just used to Mini Mac. Well done, Matt.
Thank you.
This just feel like I can't call you Mini Mac anymore.
You can't do it, mate. Not chicken legs either.
I don't know. I haven't seen your legs in a while. Have they grown? I forgot about chicken legs. That's how long it's been since I last spoke to you.
Yeah, no, it's been a while since we've been up the front, eh? Been in the soup.
Yeah. So I can't even call you soup legs. It just doesn't make sense. Anyhow, tell you what, well done on third, Matt. We'll chat to you next week, hopefully.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, there we go. Matt McCutcheon home in position number 3 here tonight. And well, that'll wrap us up here from the Bristol Motor Speedway. A very, very entertaining race. Just the one yellow at the start of that one. And then we went 28 or 29 laps the rest of the way under the green flag conditions. But no one can deny Harry Stewart of what is a 4th victory in 3 weeks. 4 victory within 7 weeks, and just 3 total drivers have won feature wins here this season. Xavier Simmons 1, Alec Inslee 2, and now Harry Stewart has picked up 4. That'll wrap us up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Next week, like I said, we head to the Limaland Motorsports Park for round number 8 of the SimBlacks New Zealand National Midget Championship. Until then, a big thank you to all SimBlacks New Zealand, Speed Nation, So It Seems Custom Upholstery, and New Zealand Sim Racing. But for us here at Ultimate Dirt TV, we finish off round number 7 here at Bristol. Congratulations to Harry Stewart, Joel Berkeley, and Matt McCutcheon for their podiums here tonight. Next week, Limaland Motorsports Park for round number 8. Until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.